What's up, everybody? I am Miracle, and this makeup tutorial has been a long time coming. There's been so many people that have wanted me to do makeup tutorials, and I've actually wanted to do them for years. Needless to say, I'm doing it now. I'm actually going to be showing you all today how I achieved one of my looks in my latest video, Leave It at Hello. It'll be posted somewhere on here. Make sure you check it out if you have not already. And in this video, I actually have 4 different personalities. 4. A little schizo. And this particular look is the tomboy look. So everything's gonna be very minimal, basic beat. I'm not gonna go for the natural beat because, I mean, I'm a little dramatic, so why not? I can't follow all the rules. It's gonna be a basic beat, so everything's gonna be very minimal, and everything's gonna be nude, nude lip gloss, give you a little pop, but that's about it. We're not gonna do too much, and this is just your everyday look. So without further ado, let's get into it.
It's naturally miracle.
All right, so I've already prepped my skin. Make sure you all are moisturizing your skin. I actually use the moisturizer Olay Regenerist Whip. I have oily combination skin, so honey, this oil ministry is a bit much. But in order for me not to look like a grease bucket, I need to moisturize so that my skin is not thirsty for additional oils and then it seeps through my makeup. I love this primer. It's actually to mattify the skin. It's the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. Very useful for those that want that matte look. But yeah, this is for your matte look. First of all, these pimples are disrespectful. So after we've done that, I like to do my brows first. I'm going to use a spoolie just to get those hairs in line, in order, so that she doesn't get checked once it's time to do everything else. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with a brow pencil. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Fill and Fluff. When it comes to brow pencils, I know a lot of people use Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is kind of like my cheap route and it works just as great. I don't have to be overly fancy when it comes to the brows. That's not something I will splurge on. If that's what you do, by all means, that is what you do, boo. So we're gonna go in with the brows, and so we're just gonna line it evenly. Not doing too much. Can't be overly dramatic. Again, this is just the basic beat. Right now. So now that I've gotten this together, I usually go in with a smudge brush. I subscribe to a beauty box called BoxyCharm. And in one of my boxes, I actually got this really nice brow set. It's called Brow Bar. I've had this for so long, I can't even read it. Brow Bar by Rima. And it just has your powder, the black powder if you like having black on your eyebrows, and then you have like the concealer, but this concealer is way too light for me and it doesn't really work for me, so I will only be using the powder and the brow gel. I've even gone as far as to do like a burgundy powder on my brows to make it look, give it that extra spice. Oh, okay, disrespectful. To give it that extra spice to make it, you know, more festive and whatnot. Whatever floats your boat. Today we're just doing basic beat. A tomboy is not gonna do all that, so period. And you're just going to, you know, make these hairs go into the direction that you would like for them to go and stay. Because, like I said, it's nothing to be having a flawless face and then that one hair just throws everything off, and then people's eyes are drifting up like, and you're like, is it something on my face? No, it's your eyebrows. Then I like to go in and sculpt my eyebrows with a concealer. My holy grail concealer has been Fenty Beauty's concealer. It's in the shade of 420. Honey, this stuff gets me right together, period. And so yeah, I just kind of line it first. Well, not really line it, but I get close enough around the edge of my brow, but not too close because you don't want to touch that hair and then it just throws everything off, okay? So make sure you just get close enough. Here's my darn concealer brush. Hold please. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go find my favorite concealer brush. I usually use an angled brush, one that's a little bit more stiff, to really sculpt my eyebrows so that way it can just look. And then we're just gonna go as close to the brow line as possible. Okay, and then we're gonna go and do the same exact thing for the other side. Okay, make sure that your eyebrows are even, because if they're not, you're just gonna be looking like you just got a strong eyebrow for a whole day, and that's disrespectful. At this point, I usually like to go in and bring that concealer down over my entire lid, and I'll be using that as a primer and to prep my lids for the color. And with that, I'm going to use my concealer brush. This concealer kind of dried down a little bit, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more to my lid. I used to use eyeshadow primer, but with my lids being a little bit darker, it becomes a little bit harder to really get the color payoff that I want with shadows. And after watching a few different beauty influencers, this really works the best for me. And everything looks very even and natural, so. Oh my gosh, I forgot the most important thing. Sorry guys, it's my first video, you'll be all right. Usually before I do anything, after I do my primer, I will powder my entire face with a setting powder. And I learned that from Auntie Jackie because, honey, this oily skin is nothing to play with. So to combat that, after I moisturize my skin, put on my primer, I will get a damp beauty blender, take the bottom of it, and just tap it in the concealer. Definitely meant setting powder and not concealer. Disregard. And the concealer I've been using lately is Fenty Beauty as well. This is in the shade Cashew. And I'll just do that over my entire face. I hate that I didn't do that. But, you know, it's a very important step. And you're gonna look a little weird at first, but honey, trust me, by the end of this, she will have gotten you all the way together. And that's on period. So we're back in ashy. Don't worry, that's not the final look, so don't even get your panties in a bunch, okay? So yeah, we're just gonna finish with that. And then we're just gonna kind of blend the outer areas out as well, so that it doesn't look caked up by the time I get to the foundation. All right, so after everything's all done and even, at this point, I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna take the tip of it this time, and I'm going to just pat it lightly, okay, because this setting powder goes a long way. Just gonna dab it just a little bit, and like scrub off the excess and put it over the eye, and that's gonna really, it's gonna really even out the eyes and really prep it for the eyeshadow so that we have a very even base, okay? And I try to make sure I get all areas of where I see the wet liquid. Okay, and we are done with the prepping of the lids. At this point, I will actually be putting my lash glue on my lashes so that it can dry down while I'm doing my eyeshadow. Most important tip, ladies, please make sure you let your lash glue dry before putting it on your eyelids. It took me years to learn that, and I thought that was just BS. But wait until it dries down. If you're using a white glue, make sure you let it sit, dry down to where it's clear. Once it is clear, at that point, it's at its tackiest. So that as soon as you put that lash on that lid, honey, she's going to be stuck. Okay, she's not going anywhere. If you don't let it dry, then you come to the point where you have to like hold it down, and then hopefully it doesn't slide in another direction. So yeah, the lashes I'm gonna be using, I got this from a BoxyCharm box. It is Baddington lashes. Sorry, it has a little makeup on it, but it's Baddington lashes, and I actually really do like these lashes. The lash glue that I use is Kiss Strip Lash. Yo, this stuff is the truth. Okay, the truth. I didn't think Kiss would come through with the lash glue, but out of every lash glue I have tried, honey, gets me right together, okay? Period. All right, so while my lashes are drying, I am going to take my blending brush. I will be using the Pure Festival 2.0 palette. Here are the colors. Today, I will be using Onset for the crease, and what is this? Photo Op for the lid. Photo Op for the lid. So using this one right here and Photo Op. Y'all, she gets me right together every time. So with that, I'm just going to not get too much, but just enough on the brush. And we're just going to go in that crease and just kind of go in a circular, well, back and forth motion. We're just gonna sweep it through. Drop a comment if you're one of those makeup beginners that used to use your blending brush for everything back in the day.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh, so we're just gonna act like we didn't have humble beginnings?
Bro, I'm out, man.
Excuse me. Well, honey, as for she and her wig, used to use it for everything, honey. You couldn't tell me nothing. You know, back then I didn't really know, and I just made it work. That's how I learned and perfected makeup. So now we're gonna go in with Photo Op, and this has a strong color payoff, so I don't wanna do too much, but then we're just gonna pat the lid. This one you're not gonna sweep, you're just patting. And just make sure you get that entire lid area, minus the outer portion, because that's where you really want that gradient effect. See how that looks? Boom. She's giving you beat already. Okay, and then we're gonna go in for the right eye. All right, and then I'm gonna take my blending brush and just go over it a little bit more, just so that we have that gradient effect. Really make sure that you're really getting in that crease so that it can really pop out, and to make everything a little bit more even. Now we're gonna move on to the eyeliner. I used to put my lashes on first and then eyeliner, but then as the years went on, sometimes you gotta fix that lash. And when you gotta fix it, then you left with that little bit of space that doesn't have eyeliner, and then you're looking crazy. Or what if you're in the predicament where you don't have lash glue at all? Because who's gonna really be carrying eyeliner, liquid eyeliner? Then you're gonna be walking around with a little space between your eye looking crazy. So I put on the eyeliner first and then my lashes, and you can't really tell the difference. And when it comes to the eyeliner, I will be using House Laboratories. I got this in my BoxyCharm as well. And y'all, this liquid eyeliner is the bomb. And I love to do a cat eye. I don't remember the last time I didn't do a cat eye. Yeah, I just can't do it. But I don't do thick cat eyes. My eyes are big enough. I'm just gonna do a thin, well, maybe like a medium line, and then it'll get thicker as the end comes. And I like to pull my eye down just so I can really get into there. See? Oh, she's giving you Cleopatra already. Period. We're gonna go to the right eye. Okay, so my lashes have dried down. It's been a long time since I've had stiletto nails and did my makeup, because outside ain't open, so what I'm putting makeup on for? But you know, whatever. I'm gonna try my best to do this on camera. I may have to get deep into this mirror. But I also pull my lash down. the dramatics already, honey. Period. So let me put on my other lash. And she's stuck, okay? Pulling it down, get as close to the inner corner as I can. Got her looking crazy. Boom. I don't do mascara, but just for the heck of it, I'm gonna do mascara for this. I don't do mascara because my lashes throw up gang signs and they don't curl. So it's like, what's the point? That's why I do lashes anyway, you can't see them. But I'm gonna do this just for the heck of it. This is the Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara that I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna do it lightly because I don't need too much. So now we're gonna go in with the foundation. Now, honey, once I discovered this foundation, I never turned back. And this is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear 24-hour foundation. It is in the shade 520 Suede W. She gets you together all day long, okay? Talk about a beat. She is full coverage. If you're one of my full coverage girls, this is just for you. So because this is such a dense brush, I'm just gonna tap it lightly from my hand, and then I'm gonna pat it first, like different places on my face, so that I make sure I'm not using too much in one area. And then I'm gonna go in and really get in there. And I'm gonna need some more, I already know. Make sure you go all the way down to your neck, because it's nothing worse than you having a makeup look. Your face is one color and your neck is another, okay? Shit, that's not cute. It's not cute, so stop it. This is where the magic happens. Concealer. Ooh. With this, I'm gonna use my beauty blender for. And we're gonna go back with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in the shade 420. We are going to put it underneath the eye. Make like a little triangle for those that want a slimmer face. If you have more of an elongated face, you may want to go in a semicircle motion. If you want to shed a few pounds, do the triangle motion. Then we're gonna go in the center and a little bit on the chin. Like I said, we're not gonna do too much because this is a basic beat, so we're not gonna go heavy on the contouring, but this is going to get us just enough to pay the bills, okay? Just enough, paycheck to paycheck, okay? And then with a damp beauty blender, we're gonna go in and blend. Make sure you get all up in this under eye, okay? Because she will clock you on the camera. And I usually like to take a little bit of a leftover and put it on the bridge of my nose. I don't contour my nose. I think it's fine. Those that want to contour, by all means, honey, do you. It's just not for me, you know. And then we're gonna go in here and really get in that center. Oh, honey, she's giving me Pocahontas vibes, period. And I'm gonna put just a little bit more because I wanna get, like I said, all up in that nook and cranny. So she's not clockable on the camera, period. So sometimes I just go in and take that residue or the extra concealer and just pat it around my lip area to really get that even effect. And with this one, I don't think that I'm going to, you know what? I lied, I am going to. Just a little bit though. I am going to contour with very, very little concealer. And this is a darker shade. This is in the shade 498, just to give me that concealed effect, but not too much. Honey, this goes a long way. Not too much, okay? Just a little bit, okay? That's what I'm saying about not too much. And we're just gonna sweep that down just to give me a little bit more once I put my bronzer on. But this isn't the super snatch look, like I said, so we're not gonna go heavy, okay? Time to set this under eye concealer and everywhere else. I haven't really been doing all over face setting because really once I set my under eye, the middle, and my chin, I'm pretty much good to go for the day. Just gonna take that damp beauty blender and we're gonna tap it lightly because this goes a long way. This is a mattifying powder. So you do too much, honey, you're gonna be out here looking like your skin is parched, okay? We don't wanna do that. So just lightly, and then lightly tap on the under eye. We're gonna go to the center. And set the chin. And then I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. Honey, I don't even know who this bronzer is. I've been using her for quite some time. I think the name is rubbed off. Oh, it's Morphe. Morphe bronzer. Sorry, it stood the test of time. And the inside, my God. She's barely there, but we're gonna use this darker shade as a bronzer for around the perimeter. And I'm gonna take my blending brush. Well, not a blending brush. This is more like a blush brush, bronzer brush. And we're just going to sweep that along the perimeter of the face. If I can get enough, honey, because like I said, she stood the test of time, okay? So we're gonna get these angles, period. Okay. Just so that you're getting just enough. This pimple is ridiculous, but you know what? Whatever. Like I said, just enough. And then we're gonna go in with under eye shadow. Now I do this last, and this is going to be a hack for everyone. Those that can't get to the store to get you some under eye eyeliner, or hey, if you just want to be cheap, go ahead and use an angled brush and just use a tip, and it works just like eyeliner. Honey, I've been doing that for the last 2 years. I'm dropping gems. You better pick it up. With that being said, I'm gonna use the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette, and I have a black eyeshadow, honey. Now she stood the test of time. I have a black eyeshadow. This eyeshadow is Temptress. You can use any black eyeshadow. Just make sure it has a good payoff, color payoff, because you don't want anything that's gonna be gone in 5 seconds. And then you're like, well, where'd my eyeliner go? And then from there, we are going to line the waterline. Very thin line. Now you can go from 0 to sexy in about 5 seconds. So make sure you're close to the waterline because you don't want to make this a smudgy, smoky eye look, okay? And just to finish up this look, we are going to use setting spray. Honey, because I have oily combination skin, I can't use just any old setting spray. I just can't. So, the one that seems to work best for me, it is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I tried the D-Slick, and it's supposed to be for those with oily skin. Honey, I was a grease bucket in 1 hour. So, we're gonna use this all night, and my makeup lasts all day, okay? I never really watched myself do that, so I probably look a little stupid. Bear with me. We're just going to do a basic nude lip. This is Jessica Lipskin Vintage Lip Gloss. She gets the job done, honey, and I appreciate her for that. But I do want a little bit of pop of color, so maybe I will add something. She just needs something. I mean, it's a tomboy, but do I really have to follow the rules? It's a video. Everything's dramatic. So this is a Fenty Beauty Diamond Milk Lip Gloss. and I want a little bit of a sheen. So let's see what that does. Yeah. So I think that'll work. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for the shoot, and then I'll show you my final look. And she's back. So I did actually wind up putting a little bit of blush on, just to give the cheekbones a little bit more zhuzh. This is an old MAC blush though, just something dark enough just to give it a little color. I don't know what shade this is. They probably don't even sell it anymore. And here is the tomboy look. But I thank y'all for supporting me in my first makeup tutorial. There will be more to come. Make sure you check out my latest video. Leave it a hello and make sure you stream the single. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.